So I'm going to talk today about the importance and how essential it is to dream big. And what do I mean by dreaming big? I mean dream so big that mere mortals are too afraid to attempt it. Dream as big as you did when you were a kid, when you were a little kid, because kids have massive dreams, because they don't have the cynicism that we develop over time as we grow, as we experience things, and life kind of beats us up a bit. Kids live in a world of I can, or what if. They don't have the restraints that we do. They don't understand the world in the same way that we do. They see potential. They see opportunity where we see barriers and challenges. And it's really important to set a dream for yourself and set it really, really big. And why is that important? It's because if you set a dream that's too small and you achieve it, well, congratulations, you've achieved something that's small. I don't want small potato dreams. I want large, huge, life-affirming and life-transforming change, because the dreams that I have go beyond myself. It's so important to understand that you're not just dreaming for you, right? Because when you go after a big dream, I don't care what that dream is. You want to be a doctor? Be a doctor. You want to be the most successful business person on earth? Be the most successful business person on earth. Want to help 1 million people before you die? Then go for it. Because what it's going to do is that big dream is going to impact everyone else around you. That dream that you might have, you might find is actually shared by others. So you form a community of people that have the same goal, the same vision, the same dreams. But if you dream small, you're selling yourself short. You're undercutting your own self-worth, right? You've heard the saying before, shoot for the stars, you hit the sky. Well, the thing is, and I've heard it time and again. In fact, in the past, I've done the opposite, and I've said, set these SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-sensitive goals. And that's wonderful for incremental change. But when it comes to the big picture thinking that you need to have if you want to be successful, if you want to change your life, if you want to start over or start fresh, you need to dream as big as a kid does. You want to be a superhero? Go for it. There's a way. There's technology. There's all sorts of different things you can do. I'm not saying you should run around and stop crime, but every single time that you impact someone positively, you're demonstrating a superpower, right? You want to set a goal that's so large that when you're chasing after it, you can't help but achieve something that's bigger than what you thought you could have. The need to dream big is the reason that we fly in the air. It's the reason that we watch movies and we believe for a moment that Superman can fly. Those big dreams are what make everything about our life worth living. It gives us a sense of wonder and joy and majesty about the world and the life that we have and the environment that we live in, that gets us up every day, puts a little extra spring in our step. And you know what? Don't be afraid to tell people what your dream is, because the more people you tell, the more likely you're going to have to hold yourself accountable to it. Otherwise you look foolish. So that's the important piece. I can't express this enough. For so long, I was a dreamer. When every other kid around there, when I was a little kid, saying I want to be an astronaut or a doctor, I kept telling myself and everyone else that would listen, I wanted to be a superhero, you know? And I laugh at it now, but that's exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to change the world in some way. I wanted to be the Man of Steel or Captain America or something like that, or Spider-Man, saving people. Well, I'm not going to save the world. There's no such thing as superpowers. But as a coach, as a leader, as a father, as a man who wants to be a decent human being in the world, the fact that I approach every day trying to make myself a little bit better, striving towards a goal that, yes, it's out of reach right now, but I'm going to keep going after it until I hit something that's reasonably close, it has a massive positive impact, not just on my self-confidence, on my pride in my accomplishments, but it has a huge impact on the people around me. So in fact, what I'm doing is I'm having that impact in the world and actually saving it a little bit, right? Because hopefully that impact will go beyond myself. I know that what I'm doing with the Undecided State has inspired people, has helped them stay the path. And I, in turn, have been helped by others. And that's because I'm going after a dream that means so much to me. It took me a long time, 44 years, to be able to properly articulate. And that is, I want to live life 100% on my terms, on my timetable. I want to spend my time impacting everyone around me, people that I don't even know, in positive ways. I want to pass on information and lessons that I've learned the easy way and the hard way, or even just by observation of others, so that people, whether they're young or old, millennial, Gen Z, 44-year-old men or women who are starting over again, find that spark inside themselves and say, you know what? Just because Mount Everest is fucking tall doesn't mean that I'm not going to try to damn well climb it, right? I might not hit the summit, but good God, I'm definitely going to hit one of those camps in between, right? And that's the difference between someone who has small potato dreams, where they basically just set these small little targets and they accept mediocrity, and they dream small because they're afraid to dream big. Because I know what happens. Fear comes into play, right? When you dream really, really big, I mean astoundingly big, when you set your goals 100 times more than what you would have last year, what happens is this. There's a part of you that goes, well, what if I fail? And not just what if I fail, but what if I epically fail? Well, guess what? You're not going to. If you dream massively big, if you put every bit of your heart and soul into that dream, and if that dream is aligned to something that actually brings value to you and to the people around you, you're not going to fail. You're going to have your stumbles, you're going to have your falls, you're going to definitely have your challenges, but those are all opportunities waiting to happen. That's the key. You have to dream massively big. And the last piece of this, this little 5-minute musing rant is, dreams mean nothing if you put no action behind them. So you need to actually take some steps towards it every single day. And you know what? It's like having a massively hard ball of clay in your hands, okay? And you want to sculpt a beautiful piece of pottery. Well, you got to soften that clay. The actions that you do soften the clay. And the clay is that massive dream that you had. And if you keep working at it every single day, softening it a little bit at a time, little tiny steps along the way, but keep that vision in your head of what the pottery is going to look like, you know what's going to happen? You're going to make a piece of pottery. And that piece of pottery is going to be a hell of a lot better looking, even if it doesn't look exactly like you were hoping, than it did as a lump of clay. And the cool thing about clay is this, and this is the same thing about dreams. Don't like it? Fantastic, start over. Keep working at it. Make a new ball. Condense it. Soften it up with water again. That's the difference. But that big dream, it stays firmly in place. It can look different by the time you get there, but the important piece is that you had it to begin with, and you took action towards it. Don't sell yourself short. Don't undermine your own success. Dream bigger than anyone else around you. And make sure that it's your dream, not someone else's. That's a really important piece as well. It has to be a dream that's aligned with who you are as a person, and what you want is the best version of yourself. And I guarantee you, I promise you this, if you take actions and steps every single day, if you work towards it every day, you are going to achieve more than you ever thought was possible. That's my rant. Stay tuned. I'll see you next time.